mine. I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really bout this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. In top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? Why would I? Yeah. Yeah.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega promise it ain't nothing after.
For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go back to Pollard on second down. It's a room to... There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Well, this run defense gets an F so far. They're letting this guy carve them to shreds in the 1st quarter of play. He's already hit the 100-yard mark.
On 2nd and 7, Powell.
And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So the line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing here, Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Faking the handoff, Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. On first down, Howell. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw, Howell. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Off play action. It's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Howell will throw it. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Garabay's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Powell from the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They're just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw again. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll try and throw for it here. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Garabay's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now a timeout called for by the defense. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. 2nd down throw for Howell. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll go play action. Howell. Turner's got it on the crossing route. Touchdown! Cole Turner from 19 yards away. And the Commanders are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Seems pretty obvious defensively the key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Spencer. Touchdown, Detroit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, Howell now. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Garibay on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score. Commanders 31, Lions 20. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Howell now to throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 70 yards. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Spencer. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down and inches. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Spencer. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll look to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talked about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell with his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here we go. 19 Lions. 19 Pioneers. 70 Rangers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Commanders are moving on as as we say goodnight, everybody.